So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad that you are watching us this evening. This is the very first version of Elite Winners Circle. This is the Elite Winners Circle where only winners are invited. And today, I'm Dr. Bishop. You all know me. I am the visionary and CEO of Elite Public Schools. But I'm going to be introducing you to two history makers. We say that at our school, we have history makers because so many people are first to do things that they're doing. The first gentleman to my left is Emanual Daugherty Jr. He is our first ever head varsity football coach for our football team. And we are so excited to have you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have to his left his son, Emanual Daugherty Jr., who is the first ever quarterback of our varsity team. But not only that, he is the first ever Vallejo Times-Herald football athlete of the week for Elite Public Schools. We are in the presence of greatness. I believe great things are going to happen for both of these gentlemen. We're just at the beginning. And I just want to have a conversation with them that allows for you to get them to know them as I do. So I have a series of questions for the two of you. I'm going to start with you, Senior, and ask you, just tell us a little bit about yourself. You kind of showed up on the scene, but you're a quiet man and you lead from the back. So we want to know a little bit more about who is Emanual Daugherty Sr.
Well, I've been coaching for nearly 20 years. I'm a Navy veteran, and I'm a nurse. And just really, I'm an advocate for the youth right now, and that's my mission. My goal is to make sure that young kids who look like me and some that don't have an opportunity after school to live a fruitful life. And so that's just, in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. Very humble man and a nurse. That's something I'm learning.
Yeah.
All right. Also, can you tell us when and how did you develop your love of sports?
Always been that. I'm from Oakland, and the streets was kind of wild. And so, I wasn't immune to the streets, but while out there, back in the day, I don't want to age myself, but, we played strikeout on garage doors, and we played football in the middle of the street, and we used cars as first downs and stuff like that. So in lieu of doing things on the street, I kind of just stuck with the athletic side of it and the sports side of it. Just playing in the neighborhood. Actually became kind of good at it.
And what sports did you play?
Football and baseball.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Now I'm coming to you, sir. I'm so excited. I know that the best is yet to come for you, and that's why I can see it. So thank you. You're a young man of very few words. What are some of the things that you like to do? What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
I like visiting new cities, trying new foods, spending time with my loved ones. That's pretty much it.
Okay, very good. Visiting new cities. All right. And then after high school, I know you're thinking about this. You're a senior. So what are you thinking about after high school?
Playing at the next level, really focusing on my physical, mental health. Getting a lot of sleep. Sleep is important. Really just checking my progress for sports. Checking my progress.
Okay. Do you have your eyes on any particular college at this point? Who would you just love to play for?
I like Oregon.
Yeah.
I like Oregon, Cal. I like all college teams.
There you go.
Oregon,
Okay.
They got good jerseys.
Yeah, they do. And their program is out of hand. I mean, just amazing is what I've heard. I heard the players are spoiled in that program. So, excellent. So you're shooting high. And if you go to Cal, that's my alma mater, so I'll be at all the games. Now, I'm coming back to you, Big Manny. Actually, before I leave you, Little Manny, I'm going to ask you who is your favorite quarterback and why is that?
Lamar Jackson, I like his play style. It's kind of like we play the same almost. We play the same number, and he gets a lot of backlash, but he doesn't let that phase him.
Excellent.
I like
Excellent. All right, here we go. You could have taken your child anywhere. I can see from who Manny is athletically and just as a young man that there's been a lot of investment from a lot of adults around him in who he is. Why is it that you have made the choice to have him be here with us at Elite Public Schools?
Because what I found, he's a pretty good athlete. Just not being humble, but Elite. What I found in doing my investigation, because I didn't come here without investigating the situation. Elite invest in the whole person. You can't beat that. I felt it when I toured the campus, I just felt the genuine, the sincerity of whole person development. I can't overstate that. That almost needs to be a slogan. Whole person development. It's mental, physical, athletic, even spiritual. I felt that it would be a good place for my son and anyone else to come here and experience that. And since being here, since his freshman year, his growth has been tremendous. So I feel like the right decision was made. I have no regrets.
Thank you.
No looking back, just going forward from here. But really, Elite's about the whole human experience, the whole person experience. You can't get that anywhere else that I know of.
Excellent. Thank you. What motivates you as a coach? Who's your favorite coach and why?
Well, what motivated me initially was, being a nurse. My first job was at California Medical Facility, which is a prison. Second job was in San Quentin, and I was younger. And it was just a job for me at first. Like I said, I've been on the street, so I was familiar with, what things people do. But it was just one inmate who said to me, which I've never heard this before, especially being African American, being who I am. He said to me, "I want to be just like you."
Wow.
Yeah, it was an inmate. He said, "I want to be just like you," and he was just 18. He committed murder. He had life. I think he thought he had possibility of parole, but for someone to see me, and I wasn't a rapper or an athlete. I was a 9-to-5er. I'm not downgrading who I am, but for someone to look at me and say, I wish I could be in your shoes. Like I was an example to him. But I knew he wasn't getting out. So at that moment, I made my mind up to say, I got to reach these kids at the youth level. How can I start my advocacy? And the easiest way for me to start my advocacy was through something I love doing, which was coaching. And I started with the youth, and that's how it all started. That's why I am today, but that's where it came from. My favorite coach is Eddie Robinson. So being on the West Coast, we didn't know a lot about HBCUs, but everybody knew about Grambling and Southern and the Bayou Classic. But, the man, started coaching in 1941. 41 had a 56-year coaching career. So a lot of people don't know who Eddie Robinson is, but they know who Deion is, Deion Sanders. But if you look at what Deion did as, when he came to Colorado and he cleared house, cleaned house, Eddie Robinson did that his second year.
Wow.
Like no one knows that. He came in, had a 3-5 record. Next year, cleaned house, and he hasn't looked back since. He was going to do it his way. I just like how Eddie Robinson came and did that. He did that at a time where African Americans weren't allowed to play football in the South. They weren't allowed to play it at Alabama or Georgia or Georgia Tech, 1940s. And so he came, made a powerhouse, and so I really admire him for that. I always followed him for that. He had, and everybody know about Doug Williams, the Super Bowl quarterback, 1987 that was. But what people don't know is actually the first African-American quarterback was 1978, James Harris, played for the Bills. 9 years drafted before Doug Williams. So, I mean, Eddie Robinson's been, he's had over 200 professional football players come through his
Wow.
situation. So that's kind of who I want to mirror myself after. And I see Elite becoming a program to where, athletically, like, this is where you want to come. If you want your child to develop, because, I mean, we're looking for championships, nothing less. And we're looking to build character student athletes. Everything from academia to character to athletics. I kind of want this to be, if you will, the Grambling of high school Grambling of Solano County.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I think about Manny. The first time I saw him, he did not even look my way, none of that. And now I cannot walk by Manny without getting a big smile and a hug, and we talk about the game, like how he's doing. And I'm just so proud of him and how he's developing. What is your goal for Elite football, and specifically for your son?
Yeah, well, definitely I want this to be a place to where every athlete has a chance to go to the next level. Not just in football, but even academically. We want our standards for our students to be a 3.0, just to be on the team. We're trying to get to a point to where, every student athlete has a chance to go to college. Every student athlete has a chance for mentorship. We have people outside, people come in as well as the people working here to come with different types of classes. Like, you're part of this team, you're part of a family. And so, like, I want the advocacy to just reach beyond. I want our players to come back. There's an open door policy. You come back, once an eagle, always an eagle.
Yeah.
Once an eagle, always an eagle. And I want this to be that safe place. I want that, for the players and the alumni,
You've done such an amazing job. I always tell people, I know that at least 4 to 5 of our current football players will go D1, and I know we'll have 1 or 2 go into the NFL. I just know it. I feel it in my spirit just because of the work that you've done. So I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Okay, Manny, I'm coming back to you. What sports do you play? Is there a favorite sport other than football?
Football and baseball. Baseball is definitely one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites.
What position in baseball?
Really just I don't want to be cocky or nothing, but if you put me anywhere, I'll play. But
Wow.
outfield and pitcher,
Okay.
that's where I stand out at.
Excellent. Excellent. For both of you, is there anything that you think that the audience should know about you that I didn't ask you about? Let's go first, Manny Sr.
I'll say for me, again, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this, for Dr. Bishop to put her trust in me with her babies, as she called them.
That's right.
It's truly an honor to be here, to be able to be a part of this, and to see, to be a part of it from the ground floor. A lot of people want the car already painted. They already want the penny shiny. I appreciate being able to be a pioneer in this. This is her brainchild, but I'm a cog in the wheel, and I'm happy to be, my part in this thing. And I plan on seeing it through. And hey, bring your kids. Bring your kids here. This is the place to be.
Thank you. Manny, what you think?
Something that,
Anything that I should have asked you that I didn't?
fun fact, I was born a few days early.
Okay. All right. Premature, baby.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I'd like to know your pregame routine. What do you do to get ready for a game? And let me just say, if you haven't seen this young man play, Athlete of the Week should have been a long time ago, because he's been doing this since he's been out on the field. He's a leader. The kids respect him. And I am just so proud to see who he is now. But I guess what I'm wondering is, what do you do to get ready for these games where you're out there rushing, you're out there throwing pass? I mean, what do you do to get ready?
Really, the pregame music, definitely. But
Any specific music? A specific song? No?
specific artist, young boy.
Okay.
But on the field, it just kind of clicks. I don't. It's
Can't
kinda
even
quick.
explain it.
Mm-mm.
Got you. That's called natural talent. That's what it is. Natural talent as cultivated by the people around you. I'm proud of you, sir.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you, sir.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
thank you.
thankful for this entire elite football team as coached by Big Manny and led by Young Manny. I'm proud of Mr. McLeod, who is our journalism teacher. I'm proud of our journalism students who are here learning how to run elite TV for us and being history makers themselves. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us for our first Winner's Circle. We're going to have more and more and more, so stay tuned. Thank you.